What's good, y'all? It's your boy, Ego Ken. So, I am 17 years old, right? And most people my age group, from 17 to 22, like most men my age, make these videos talking about semen retention, Overall, just abstaining from the stereotypical lifestyle that we live and just going within ourselves and being cleaner, right? So, within like male YouTubers who make semen retention videos, they'll have this subgenre of semen retention videos called female attraction stories. Now, these videos are kind of funny. They're kind of cool and they're kind of exciting. But the one problem with these kind of videos is it sells this sort of narrative that you being on semen retention is gonna make you some sort of pimp. Like, if you do semen retention for 90 days, you're gonna be like the next Hugh Hefner or the next Dan Bilzerian or stuff like that. As somebody who lost his virginity way before I did semen retention, I find it so funny how these men are getting tricked by these other YouTubers. It's weird because it's like, from these female attraction stories, people have they're only doing semen retention in order to impress other people. They're only doing it to get into a relationship. They're only doing it to get laid. They're only doing it to impress girls. But it's like, you should never do anything for the sake of other people. You know what I mean? You should always do it for you. You shouldn't purely do something just for the approval of others. That doesn't make you last very long, for one. And for two, semen retention does not attract women. Does it make you more physically attractive because of the testosterone and the male pheromones? Yes. But that's not the aspect of it that that attracts other people. Yeah, being physically attractive does reel people in. But the thing is, I've met tons of attractive guys in my life who cannot speak to people for shit, like who cannot attract anyone and are just not sociable whatsoever. So yes, if you do semen retention, yes, you will increase in testosterone and you will increase in male pheromones, which will increase your physical attraction, right? Yes, you will be physically more attractive, but that's not what takes the cake. Think of semen retention as jet fuel. If you put jet fuel in the car is gonna go fast, right? If you put like some crazy fuel in the car is gonna go fast, right? But the thing is, in order for the car to go fast, you have to ignite the car. You have to actually put into ignition and ignite all of the fuel, right? So being a physically attractive is one part, but what actually reels people into you, what actually pulls people into you, is not semen retention. It's what you do on semen retention. See, when you're on semen retention, you're on your purpose. You're doing you. You're happy. Like, you're grinding. You've come to the realization that you have to sacrifice in order to get what you want. You have to sacrifice in order to get what you want. Because if you don't, what you want becomes the sacrifice. Right? And when you are on your own purpose and when you are focusing on yourself, people notice that. Especially women, because women are very intuitive and they're very smart. And they could read people's eyes and read people's aura very well in comparison to men. So when you're on your purpose and when you can stand up on your own 2 feet and just walk through all the trials and tribulations in life, people notice that, right? And you can't just, and the thing is, to give all of that credit to semen retention, to say, oh, I'm attracting all these people because of semen retention, that is very disrespectful towards you. You are disrespecting your grind. Like, at the end of the day, like, semen retention does nothing if you don't have a purpose. If you don't have an actual reason to do it, then you won't. There are tons of people who do semen retention and Nofap, and they don't attract other people. Like, they don't turn into these pimps because they don't want to. Take I Am Lucid, for example. I Am Lucid has been on Nofap for over 1,000 days, right? He's been on Nofap for over 1,000 days, and he says, I'm not sure if that attracts women or not, because he doesn't want to. He's just doing his own thing. It's just what he wants. He's just on his own purpose as an individual, right? The semen retention is just a boost. It just boosts your ability to focus. It just boosts your ability to do what you want, right? But what is actually pulling other people towards you is your charisma, your ability to do, like, you don't have to be on semen retention to be attractive. You just have to be on your purpose. You know what I mean? The semen retention is just a boost. So, for any guy who is only doing semen retention or nofap just to impress other people or to get the approval of other people, you're not in the right place, because human beings are not trophies. You know what I mean? They're not gonna just reward you for grinding. They're not just gonna be like, okay, you put the work in, I'm gonna be with you now. I'm gonna come to you now. You know what I mean? You have to have the charisma, and you have to have the purpose, and you have to have the push to actually have people in your life. And you know, just in general, things in life are better when you don't expect them. You know what I mean? Like, why are you stressing about it so much? Like, who cares if people don't care about you doing semen retention? Who cares if people don't see you as a sort of like strong, like I'm a pretty like ishy guy. People don't see me as like a strong masculine figure. They don't see me as this fucking alpha male, because I'm a sigma male, bro. I'm a sigma male. It's what I do. You know what I mean? Like, the one issue I've seen with like the semen retention community is that it's pushing this alpha male doctrine. You know what I mean? That you have to be an alpha male. But here's the thing. What about us sigma males, bro? Like, if you don't know what it is, search that up. But what about us sigma males? Like, we're cool too. We're not beta males. We're just introverted alpha males. That's all we are. We're sigma. You know what I mean? And it's just like this kind of pressure that like you have to be super dominant, and you have to be like super powerful and super pushy and authoritarian to attract girls. It's like, it's just so outdated. You know what I mean? I am a very sweet man. You know what I mean? I'm very kind, and I like to listen, and I'm okay with like having a woman to lead me in certain directions in life. You know, I'm completely fine with that. Call me a simp as much as you want, right? Like, you can call me a simp as much as you like. But the fact of the matter is, us men are not purely masculine creatures. We have femininity as well. You know what I mean? And to be a true man, you have to balance out your masculinity with your femininity. No, fuck that. To be a human, you have to balance out your masculinity and your femininity. It has nothing to do with gender. It has everything to do with just being a human, an adult, right? That's how you survive in the adult world. You can't just be purely one energy, right? So, yeah, you will be a bit more masculine and strong on semen retention. That's cool, right? That's sick. That's what's up, right? But don't succumb to that, right? You shouldn't be a beta male where you're just succumbing to femininity and you're succumbing to just being submissive. But you don't necessarily have to be an alpha male either. You know what I mean? You don't have to just submit to being this authoritarian power. You know what I mean? Like, you know, sometimes you just want to relax and you want someone else to lead you in a direction. You know what I mean? Like, there are no sigma males in the semen retention community. You know what I mean? There are no sigma males. You know? And I think that needs to change. I think that needs to change a lot. I think there needs to be more sigma males in the semen retention community, because, again, it's pushing this weird doctrine that in order to be on semen retention, you have to be this alpha, like Gabegotthatglow. You have to be like that. You have to, that's the end goal. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, like, people like Keanu Reeves and myself, like, we're cool. We're sigma males. We're cool. You don't have to be like Gabegotthatglow. You could be like Keanu Reeves, and you could be like me. Like, Be the change you want to see in the world. I could easily just tell other people, oh, don't do this, don't do that. I could easily tell other people, but what I'm choosing to do is I'm choosing to be the change that I want to see in the world, because that's how you make a difference. That's how you make a difference, okay? So if there is a lack of Sigma males in the semen retention community, it is upon me. I have the responsibility of being that change. I have the responsibility of being that representation, you know? You don't have to be purely feminine, but you don't have to be purely masculine either. You could have that little, you could have that dynamic, you know? And also, a lot of these semen retention YouTubers will also shame their audience for wanting to be in a relationship. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like they'll treat being in a relationship like it's some sort of liability, or it's just some sort of waste of your time. It's like, no, find the right one. You know what I mean? Like, find somebody who will love you and experiment, have fun in relationships. Do whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? There's no right way of doing semen retention. There's no right way of it at all. Like, you know what I mean? There's no right way of it. It's the same thing with spirituality. That's why I kind of moved out of the term spiritual YouTuber, because there started to become this right way of being spiritual. You know what I mean? Believing in reincarnation, purely eating vegetables, believing in astrology. That's the right way. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I hate being put in a box. And I'm sure you do too. Because if you don't hate being put in a box, then you wouldn't be on this channel. Right? So if you don't like being put on the box, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment it down. Because I'm trying to let y'all know that there's no right way to do anything. There's just one way and there's the other way. There's just, find your own path, bro. You can be a Sigma male. There's nothing wrong with that. Bye.